Yo, what's going on? We're gonna start soon. Just give me just a second and we'll start. Hang on just a second. We'll let some share the link and let some people roll in. Give me about 2-3 minutes. I'll be right back. We're almost good, I promise. Give me 60 seconds. Is that too dark? Looks alright. Looks cool with that red in the background. Alright. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. All right, we're good. Okay, eSIM Studios podcast. Test the audio. Test the audio. All right, we're good. Okay. Sorry about that delay. Had to get a couple things straight here in the home before I get started. Okay. eSIM Studios podcast number 22. Rolling right along. Let me get our news links ready here. I got dual screens set up. Man, that makes the workflow so much easier. Run dual screen. Uh-oh. Hang on, my cat. Hang on. Alright. So we have a couple of developments. I have two big pieces of news, at least I think they're big news. Well, one's big, one's, I don't know if big's the right word, pause, but and then I have a quick guide that I might cut and upload as a individual video. I uploaded an app review today of Energy Ring. I also am I'm going to record get together the camera lens protectors, the Ringke, shame on me, the Ringke lens protectors for the S24 Plus. I'm going to get that out, but I might as well, from these live streams, if there's a good section of it, like yesterday I cut a couple of the topics and then uploaded those as individual videos, so might do some of that here in the future, but let's get into it. Looks like we got a fair amount of people in right now, so okay. What shall we start with? Let's go with, since we'll start with Samsung and we'll end with OnePlus. And if we get a decent amount of people in the chat, we'll run a giveaway as well. and see if y'all potentially want to win something. But we'll see. If I don't have many people in the chat, then we won't. But if I do, then we can do the giveaway. Samsung, as you know, as we reported on, as of yesterday, Samsung officially put out a statement saying that they were going to fix I don't think there's an issue, but some people say they have an issue, so Samsung has listened. On my two devices, I don't have any issues, but Samsung is going to roll out an update. It looks like they're gonna bundle it in the February update. That's gonna fix the quote-unquote washed screen display, right? Well, it appears now that there is another issue with the display that some people are reporting. I looked into it. Mine is not affected. Here's the thing with these issues that people are reporting. There's not a number. We just don't know how many people are affected by this, right? It looks to be a very small number, which is a good thing. But nonetheless, there's some people on Reddit, I believe, and I'll see if I can pull up the Reddit post. Sorry, I'm increasing the light a little bit. So let me pull up the report here, and y'all can check this out with me. Now, this does not involve the washed or vividness of their new AMOLED displays. It's apparently a grainy issue, fuzzy issue, a not clear issue. I don't mean to laugh, but I just don't know what's going on, really. They don't give good examples. Let's see if we can pull up a picture, okay? Let's see if we can figure this out. If you're watching and you want to join in, we are going to run a giveaway only if I have a decent amount of people in the chat that potentially want to look. I have an Apple AirTag. I have Ringke cases for an S24 Plus and S24 Ultra. So AirTag, where am I? AirTag, a Ringke case, or another Google Wi-Fi Nest Router Pro. So those three items. Please enter the chat so I know whether to run the giveaway or not. At least just say hi if you want to enter a win. If you're driving, please don't text. I know we have a lot of truck drivers that tune in. I used to be a truck driver. I still currently have my CDL. And I know a lot of my I've reached out to them, and they know I have a channel, so a lot of them tune in. But if y'all are driving, do not text. But if you are at a standstill or watching at home or at office, enter the chat below this video. And we got one person, okay. I don't know, maybe give me at least 3 or 4 people, and then we can run a giveaway, right? I don't want to do it if there's one person or two people. At least 3 or 4, and then we can run a giveaway at the end. But yes, sir. Well, I believe you're sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Hello. Let's get in. Let's see if we can pull up this issue with these Samsung devices here. Having a dual screen makes my life so much easier. Okay, y'all ready? Let's see what we can find. So, Samsung S24 series possibly has another display issue. Now, look, here's the thing with display issues. If you have one, don't let this discourage you from buying an S24, S24 Plus, or S24 Ultra. If you're one of the unlucky customers, consumers, users that have one of these issues, you can get it exchanged, traded in for warranty, or get a new one with very little interference, right? Samsung wants you to have a good experience with these devices. You pay a lot of money for these, and good news and bad news. Bad news is if you do have an issue, you do have an issue. Good news is that some of these issues, they happen right away. It's basically from day one, right? Or first couple of days, and you do have two weeks up to a month, depending on who you buy your device from, to return it or exchange it if you have an issue. Plus, remember, there is a 1-year manufacturer. I believe Samsung offers a 1-year manufacturer's warranty. These screen issues do fall under the manufacturer's warranty. It's a hardware defect not caused by the user. So don't let this discourage you. Look, these little issues pop up on every launch, right? Look at the iPhone. They had an overheating issue. Now, Apple has since, I believe, minimized the overheating through updates and stuff like that, and people returned phones and got a new one, exchanged phones. So Samsung wants you to use their phone. If you have an issue, they'll be gladly to get you a better working one, right? But let's see here. So it says reports are pouring in. See, I don't know if that's the right. If I was writing an article, I'd be very, very careful on the words that I look. They're trying to get clicks, right? So I'm not saying it's clickbait, but they are trying to get clicks. They get paid on clicks. So it says Galaxy S24 Ultra is shaping up to be one of the top Android phones this year, despite being a dull upgrade from the S23. I don't know about dull. See, that's another word I would not have used. There's nothing dull about the phone, even in an upgrade. Many owners are complaining about washed out colors and grainy texture on the display of the S24 lineup. Some users also reported horizontal bars and excessive banding at low brightness, possibly software related. What the hell is banding? I have no idea. Hang on. Don't know what banding means, but let's see what we can find out. Despite being a boring upgrade, again, not boring. Working on okay, yes, we know this. Okay, so mini S24 displays appear to have a grainy texture, which is especially visible on dark and gray backgrounds. There are several reports about this on Reddit, and a poll with over 350 responses indicate that most Galaxy S24 and S24 Plus owners are seeing this issue. One Redditor put his Galaxy S24 Ultra under a 400x microscope, 400x microscope, revealing that the subpixel intensity is not uniform at 10% brightness. The uniformity improves at a 30% brightness, while at 50% brightness, it's almost non-existent. Interesting. 10%. Apparently, this is a hardware issue, as I mentioned. Many customers were able to get a replacement unit free of this problem. There we go. Some were refused a replacement and had to escalate the matter to get a new unit. Admittedly, you might not notice the grainy texture on your S24 display unless you look closely. Still, given the Ultra's price, blah 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 blah. Interesting. So I guess they're saying, but who has a 400x microscope? Let's see. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's test this out. Where's my overhead camera? Let's test mine out. Now I need to turn on the... Actually, let's not turn on the... So here's what I'm going to do. Now it's at 10% brightness. They said it occurs, right? So let's pull this down. Let's go to brightness. And let's see if we can turn it down less than 10%. Now, let's pull out my good old Pixel. And let's see what we can find here. What does this go up to? 30x? What did they say? It's are seeing this issue. One Redditor claimed S24 Ultra on a 400x microscope, revealing that the subpixel intensity is not uniform at 10% brightness, meaning the pixels are not like perfectly aligned together or paired up together. I'm assuming, right? So let's go to my home screen with some color. And how would we be able to tell? I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Golly, I can't hardly see the screen. All right, let's go to there. It's a little bit. It's got to be under 10% though. It's probably like 5. So let's see. I wonder if let's do this. Come on now. What the hell is going on? So not really works well for a live stream, does it? I may have to make a video about this, but I think mine's alright. Now that's at 5x. What if you do it at like 30x? See, I see solid colors. See that at 30x? That means they're solid pixels. My pixels are uniform, meaning my pixels are all together. You might look, this is a very non-scientific kind of loose testing we're doing here, but they're basically saying now at low brightness, remember they said when it's over 50% brightness, the pixels are all together uniform, but at low lighting, the pixels are not all basically forged together, right? It's a super high density display. You should not be able to tell, especially when it's on QHD. Now, if you have it on 1080p, you're going to be able to see the pixels, quote unquote, not uniformed together. But if you have it on QHD, like I have mine, there should be no separation in pixels. So if you see a solid color like what I'm getting, come on now, it's touching the screen. But look, it's all red, so that means all the pixels are together. So my device is not really, I don't believe, has that issue, right? So good news for me, but make sure to check your device. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Here is another article here. Let me move this out of the way. Let's see, I got another article describing. Trying to hear myself. Maybe I was on mute. Here's another article basically describing the grainy display on the S24 series. If you're watching this and you want to potentially win something, a giveaway at the end, please enter the chat room. I do have one fine gentleman here that's in the chat that's viewing. I got stuff to give away, so if you want to win something, I'm gonna need more than 1 or 2 people in the chat. Probably like, I would like, obviously the more the better, but give me at least like 3, 4, 5 people and we can win, and we can do a giveaway. Let's see if this gives us any more information. It says, yeah, we know about the washed out display. Okay, so here's some information we have not seen. Many people are, okay, according to the initial report from Redditor, when looking at dark gray backgrounds, see, they didn't mention that in the first article. When looking at dark gray backgrounds, the gray in the report has the hex code 333333. They saw a visible grain as the screen was struggling to maintain consistent brightness level. Okay, I got a test. Let's test it. So, if you want that specific color grade, 333333, here's the best way I can think of it, and we'll test it right here. See, good thing I had 2 articles here. So I'm going to go to Canva. I'm going to create like a new YouTube thumbnail, but it's going to be blank. Now, the color background that I'm going to choose, guess what, is going to be gray. However, I'm going to put in 333333, and then we will test it. Okay, so I'm choosing my hashtag 123 123. So 123 123. Yes, that's the color I want. Okay, so here's 333333. All right. Let's remove this. So this is the 333333 gray. Now they said at 10% brightness, they said under 50 it's visible, but it goes away over 50. Under 30 it's noticeable. Under 10% it's real noticeable. So I'll try to get it, dark, kind of dark, but then you can't see it if it's too dark. So that's 333333. Let's pull out the trusty pixel again, and let's try it out once more, right? So here's the camera. Oh shit. Here's the I need macro on, yo. Damn it, I messed up the whole thing. Okay, macro should help because it zooms in. So we're on the macro. We're on 3.3. Oh yeah, I can get a better look here. Just don't know what the freak I'm looking at. No, I don't want night photo. What the hang on. I'm trying to turn night mode off because that jacks up the focus. We're still on. Okay, there's the gray. We're zooming in. Uniformity, right? We need to look for the pixels. Whoa. What does it look like to y'all? That's 30x zoomed in on 333333. Hang on. Y'all see anything? It's hard to tell. It's kind of a janky test, so I do apologize. You can see the refresh rate kind of. It looks like you're under a microscope with some germs or something. I don't see any issues. You know, I think you'd be able to tell if something. Now, you can do this test for free. Download Canva, it's free. And then when you choose your color down here, go to color, and then hit the little settings icon, and you can type in at the bottom 333333, and then it'll select it, and then you exit out of there, and there's your gray that they test on. And then remember, it needs to be under 50%, preferably under 30%. And to get a really good test under 10%, which is hard because it's hard to see. But actually, let's turn it up a tiny bit. Let's put it at 30%, right? One last time. I was kind of wasting our time, but real quick. So there is a display issue. Samsung, I'm sure, is going to look into it because they looked into the washed display issue that people were claiming to have, right? And they're going to address it. Now, this one, I don't think mine's got the issue. You can test it at home. Now, you're probably going to need either one, a microscope, or two, another phone, right? But let's look at the Reddit post. Let's see. Do they have a picture? What the freak? That was the one we just went to. Where's that Reddit post? Okay, so here's the Reddit post. Let me pull this up. Here's the Reddit post, the original Reddit post. Do they have a picture? Please give me something to look at, because all these display issues are driving me crazy because I don't know what people are talking about. Mine don't have any issues. Oh, there we go. Check this out. Y'all got it? Okay, so here's the Reddit post on what they're talking about. Now, this is under a microscope at 400x. Oh, wow. Damn, so this was a good post. I'm glad I pulled this up. Yo, do y'all see this? Check this out. So, this is his S24 Ultra. Now, this, I believe, this can be fixed with a software update. Because they can control how much power goes to the display unit. Like power, anyways, or you can return it. So, I'm sure Samsung will look into this, but check this out. So they got their S24 Ultra under a microscope, 400x, but thank God they have other devices to compare it to, right? That's a real test, because you can't just look at something and be like, oh, this is not right. No, you need something to compare it to. S24 Ultra, dark gray at 10% brightness. So this is the S24 Ultra, dark gray color, 10% brightness. This is S24 Ultra dark gray colored at 30% brightness. S24 Ultra dark gray 50% brightness. You can see the pixels here. Now, let's look at what these other ones got. So here's the S23 Ultra. Okay. Here's the iPhone, which Samsung makes that panel too. Alright, well, look, I don't know. They looks like a scientist probably did this. So I'm gonna leave this link in the description. Y'all can check it out if you're interested. Just something that you shouldn't be worried about. Just something you should be aware of. So if you get yours, simply, thoroughly inspect it like you would with any other phone. And if you believe you have an issue, bring it to wherever you purchase the phone, whether it be a Verizon, whether it be Best Buy, whether it be Amazon, whether it be Samsung, T-Mobile. Let them know if it's not up to your satisfaction. You can simply exchange it for another one. Typically, that should solve the issue. But you can't get your money back as well if you're just not satisfied overall. So I'm going to leave these links. I'm going to leave the links of those 2 articles we checked out, and I'm going to also leave links to this Reddit post as well, so you can dive into it, right? If you're viewing this and you want to win something, I have 3 items. I need more people in the chat to at least say, hey, I want to win something, or just tell me hi, like this fine gentleman did. And we can do a giveaway at the end of this live stream. So gotta have, I guess, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 people, something like that. Because if I ran it, I guess he could. You know what? Are you in India? Or no, are you in the United States? TDB 2002. Are you in the US? Or I think you showed up. Was it yesterday's live stream? And I think, are you in India? Let me know. Let me know where you're at. I might have something for you. Okay. Now, moving along. Got a few more minutes. Spent a little too much time on that one. Here are 9 easy ways to improve the battery life on your Samsung Galaxy S24, right? Nine easy ways. Now, I reviewed all these, and yes, all of them I was aware of. There's nothing new in here, but we do have some new users as far as Android users, Samsung users, and this not only applies to Samsung devices. You can apply this to basically any Android phone, some of these to iPhones, but mostly obviously Android. And I'm going to link this in the description so you can keep a checklist of ways you can improve your battery life. These are all general knowledge, nothing new or earth-shattering news here, but it is nice to have a list every now and then to cross-reference, or if you're in a time where you don't have a charger, to simply perform some of these and reduce your battery usage, right? So the very first thing, and I don't ever have, my always-on display, I always turn it off. I just never use it. You know why? Because when I used to work as a driver, I would have my phone in my pocket a lot of the times, and the always-on display, I would like butt dial, right? So it would always on display. I know you can change some settings around, but I just don't use always on display. I'm always around a computer or something, so I know what time it is and stuff. And but that's the number one thing on this Android police list is turn always on display off, or change the settings to where it only comes on when you tap the screen. It'll give you ways of how, and I'll probably do a video of this. I'll probably do an independent video showing you how to do it. In fact, that sounds like a good idea. Let's briefly review these, right? Turn on battery protection. We reviewed that 2 days ago. Very easy to perform, right? We got nice and easy step-by-step process right here. Switch on your phone's power saving mode. That would probably be at my number one list. Give you steps on changing that setting. Now, turn on dark mode to extend your battery life. All my devices are on dark mode. Number 5, use Samsung's light performance mode. This is awesome, not many people know about, but if you do want to know about it, simply go to settings, select device care, tap performance profile, and then simply toggle on the light mode. Number 6, put your phone's unused apps to sleep. Now, your phone will do this already. It's called a smartphone for a reason. Your phone will do this automatically, so I'm not really sure why they included this. Probably just to say we have 9 easy steps to increase battery life, instead of saying we have 8 ways to increase battery life, right? Number 7, get rid of unnecessary apps on your phone. Okay. Number 8, turn off nearby device scanning. Not many people know about that, but I do, and now you do as well. It'll give you steps how to do that. And then, last but not least, harness the power of Bixby routines on your S24. Cool. Okay. Last but not least, OnePlus. Very, very sneaky. Very sneaky OnePlus. I caught on to what y'all were doing after I read this report. I think I know what y'all were doing. Trying to be a little sneaky, right? A very easy cop out by OnePlus, but if you take a look behind the scenes, if you read between the lines, you can tell what's going on. OnePlus has been, they're going to give them, this publication is going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I like to go one step farther, and typically I give people, friends, family, the benefit of the doubt, unless I know they're a pathological liar or something like that. Then I don't give you the benefit of the doubt. Now, OnePlus, I don't personally know who runs OnePlus. I don't know the employees, so there's a chance that their claims are true and valid. There's a strong chance that this is a true statement. But if you're the conspiracy theory type of person, there's very interesting findings here and more interesting timing if you look at the details and all what unfolded. So, the OnePlus 12R, that is a watered down version of their flagship series OnePlus 12 that was just released a couple of weeks ago, right alongside the launch of the Samsung Galaxy S24 series. It's kind of flew under the radar, so they did some good online marketing for these devices. The 12R, the R series, is similar to the A series, like what Pixel does, right? It's a watered down version of a flagship device. Looks the same, looks similar, but unlike Pixel's A series, this one performs similar to their flagship device. This was their R series was launched with similar specs to a flagship device of 2023. Their 2024 flagship, the OnePlus 12, has all new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, all new top-of-the-line internal components. Well, the 12R caught people's attention because it has last year's flagships. The Pixel A series puts the same flagship processor, but everything else is subpar, which is why the price is considerably cheaper. So this made news because everything, the 12R, because OnePlus 12R, because everything, when you go down the stat sheet, looked freaking awesome. I mean, it had the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, it had a Quad HD display, LTPO display, Super AMOLED. It had a ginormous battery, 0 to 100 super fast charging, VOC charging in like 0 to 100 in like 20 something minutes, right? And one of the things that I always look at is the UFS storage. UFS storage is the internal storage, how fast the memory is inside your phone. Not necessarily how big it is, that would be 128 gigs that you typically see, 256 gigs, 1 terabyte of storage. That's not this. UFS storage is how fast the phone can process that memory. So starting apps, launching apps, how fast your phone can download a file and store it between two different files. After you download it, it's in the downloads folder, that UFS storage. The faster, the better the UFS storage you have, the faster you can transfer files to and from inside of your device. Well, that matters. That matters a lot, and nobody ever talks about that. But that's one thing that I always look at. So this new OnePlus 12R was cited at having UFS 4.0. Now, the base model, they said, had UFS 3.1, which was basically over a year old. The newest generation of UFS storage is 4.0. The S24 Ultra has UFS 4.0. The OnePlus 12 has UFS 4.0. This was reported when it was released to have the base model. The base model was on the spec sheet of the 12R is 8 gigs at 128 gigs of storage. That was said to have UFS storage 3.1, right? That base model. Now, if you upgraded to the larger storage variant of the OnePlus 12R, the 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, and they also have a 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigs of storage. Well, as I mentioned, the base 8 gig 128 said it had UFS storage 3.1. But if you upgraded to one of the two higher options in the storage department, OnePlus was going to bump up the UFS storage to 4.0. Well, it turns out that's not the case. No. It appears, now that they're starting to ship them out, that all of the OnePlus 12Rs have UFS storage 3.1. And they're claiming pure accident, pure typo. Oops, my bad. We didn't catch that. Thank you for letting us know. We'll change it on the website. Now, I'm not going to make any claims. I don't know anything as much. I don't know. I only know as much as the article I'm presenting to you right now and in the description box. Again, I don't know anybody at OnePlus or anything. However, mighty coincidental timing here, because I was thinking, you know what? And I hate to think this way, but I just do. So I wonder if OnePlus said, because I think brand new it's like $499, but the upgraded version's like $599, so it's pretty affordable. But what if they incur in the higher dollar price they sell it for, the bigger their profit margin is? Meaning, if they make more money on selling the higher storage variants than selling the base model storage variant. So they would encourage you to order and purchase the higher storage variant. Well, the higher storage variants, they claimed, had UFS 4.0, and they know OnePlus has a lot of geek fans and nerd fans like myself. I am a nerd. I am a geek. I will say that loud and proud to say that. And I look at stats. I look at numbers on everything, not just phones, but cars, keyboards, mouses, monitors. It matters. And they know that. OnePlus is geared towards enthusiasts. They are geared towards people like you and I. So they know people that order the higher storage variant, the higher priced models of the 12R, see that it has UFS 4.0, because I came this close to pulling the trigger on a 12R with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. Not just because, but one of the main reasons was that it said it had UFS 4.0. In my opinion, it makes that much of a difference. I don't want to buy a phone with 3 or 4 year old technology. I want the newest, latest, and greatest UFS 4.0 storage, right? So what if OnePlus was saying, we know our users and potential buyers are real stat conscious, right? What if we tell them it has 4.0 in there, and obviously it doesn't, but what if we just say it has UFS 4.0? Who's gonna check, right? Who's gonna check? Well, somebody did, and thankfully they did, because they all got 3.1. Now, should this be the difference between buying a phone and not buying a phone? Me personally, yes. And now I know I'm definitely not going to buy one. But to the average person, maybe not, right? Maybe not, but to me, it matters. So I know I won't be buying one now. Plus, I'm gonna get the Nothing Phone 2A over the 12R. That's just me. But OnePlus backtracks on its initial announcement, admitting that the OnePlus 12R will actually feature UFS 3.1 storage technology on all variants instead of the UFS 4.0 it had advertised for the 256 model. The company claims that the UFS 3.1 will provide good performance in terms of memory reading and writing speed. I mean, good performance, yes, but the best in super fast performance? No. Despite the storage technology discrepancy, the OnePlus 12R still offers a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, 8GB of LDDR5X RAM, which is good, but a minimum of 128GB storage, 80 fast watt charging, making it an attractive option at its $500 price point. And not for me. This will probably fly under the radar. This is not going to get any attention, but sorry OnePlus, I had to blow up your spot. Yeah, I know y'all were hoping there would be no YouTube videos about this, but I'm gonna cut this up and upload this as an individual video. So here are some of the specs that also this Android Police article shows here. Look, it's a good phone. It's a decent phone, but look, I know I'm not the average person. I get a ton of phones here, but if I want a flat, this is a very, very attractive device, spec wise, price wise, but it's this little one thing would cause me not to buy it. Now look at this, UFS 4.0, perfect example. UFS 4.0 versus UFS version 3.1. UFS storage 4.0 is up to 100 times faster read speeds and up to 133% faster in write speeds. That is a huge, astronomical difference. Remember, this is how fast this goes into play with how smooth your phone operates. How snappy is the operating system? How fast will it open up an application? How fast will it open up your camera app? How fast will it take a picture? How fast will it transfer files? How fast will it transfer storage, photo samples? Gaming is a huge UFS storage dependent, right? Huge. So that's why I'm making this. That's why I wanted to bring this to everybody's attention. Look, in my eyes, it's a big deal, but I'm sure some of y'all probably don't care. But OnePlus, you've been caught red-handed. But look, this is a huge deal, right there. Proof's in the pudding, and it's right there. So I'm gonna get out of here. You can check out this article if you want. I'll link it in the description. We didn't have that many people show up in the chat. I do appreciate the viewers that are viewing it, viewing us right now. Shout out to all the truck drivers. I do appreciate everything y'all do, and all the regular viewers. Thank you very much. If you missed us, remember, you can always catch the replay. Remember, I'll always see you tomorrow. We do live stream every day, and I upload daily. So no harm, no foul. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And as I mentioned earlier, I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace out. Let's do a giveaway tomorrow. Show up in the chat tomorrow and we'll do a giveaway. Peace.